Welcome back, Wolfpack. Vrolas here, and I think I've got it. I think I know why we're getting all this news. It's obvious. Game Freak set a trap. The Circle of Legends, an all-legendary Pokemon tournament. Like, that's where you're going to have the highest chance of catching someone that's going to be cheating, and I think it's pretty obvious when someone is cheating under a lot of circumstances, especially with legendary Pokemon. So one interesting thing about a lot of the legendaries that were usable is that they're shiny locked. That unless an event distribution shiny, unless an event distribution Pokemon was given away as a shiny. So for example, Hoopa cannot be shiny under any circumstance. Same with Deontay, same with any kind of older Pokemon from distributions, unless it was given away as a shiny, which I don't know which ones were, if any. But overall, you know, if it's like a mythical legendary or some kind of legendary Pokemon given away through an event, there's no way it can be shiny if it was only given away through those circumstances, or if it hasn't been released through the game. So let's take Xerneas and Yveltal for example. Also Zygarde. These Pokemon are shiny locked. So in X and Y, you know, it's impossible to have a shiny Xerneas, shiny Yveltal, or shiny Zygarde. That the only way to get it is through cheating because they're shiny locked. They're never going to be caught as a shiny. Right here, never under any circumstance could be shiny, because these Pokemon have been confirmed to be shiny locked. Also, like if you kind of consider a lot of the other games, a lot of older Pokemon that have been distributed and all these other things, they're shiny locked. There's quite a few of them that just cannot be shiny because of distribution. So what better way to catch these guys than through the Circle of Legends? So one thing I noticed is that we got the announcement yesterday via the Japanese global link that they said, alright, we're going to be putting in these hack checks, and today we get the results for the Circle of Legends competition, which means they probably had the results and some of the statistics for a couple days, which means they're probably fed up. Game Freak probably saw like an overwhelming amount of shiny Arceus and shiny Darkrai and Pokemon that can't exist and realized, you know, hacking's rampant. That we've seen Pokemon that even make it into competitive play, even tournaments, have shiny Pokemon that get their way through because they're so good at disguising it, because that's what power saves are for. They're made to cheat the system. So I think that Game Freak, the crackdown this is one of their catches, and I wonder if they've been doing that in other ways. That we have the Generation Showdown, that, you know, if any one of these Pokemon were shiny that we see right here, it's not possible. Same with the Battle of Legends, that we've had a lot of time for Game Freak to really realize which Pokemon are legit and which ones aren't. And I think that that's a big part of this, that Game Freak that this was more of a trap, that this maybe might have been what started it. Also, I found the Kotaku article. So here's the article I was talking about in the last video. So many Pokemon cheaters entered an online tournament that they just started handing out bans and punishment and stuff. So the 2013 Global Showdown was like the last tournament of X and Y, and this was right after that smartphone app came out. So you could literally build a team on your smartphone, trade with your smartphone, and then those Pokemon would be able to get through the hack check, and then you could use them on a Wi-Fi competition. That's how this worked, and an overwhelming amount of players got banned for it. 1,558 cheaters. So here's another thing. Someone else writing this Kotaku article has also said, you know, this is cheaters. These people are cheaters. They cheated the game, and Game Freak punished them. The Pokemon Company could have discovered in each division an overwhelming just amount of players. I don't know the actual stats of the amount of players that entered. That's pretty scary that, you know, 1,500 people cheated. That if we look at something like this, Battle of Legends had 2,200 entrants. The Generation Showdown 21. Now the Circle of Legends, let's see, do we have the results right here? Does it tell us how many people entered? Maybe. So this is gonna be Junior Division. Let's find the Masters Division. I actually didn't think about that until now, so let's see, what do we have? 5,000 entrants. So I mean, even if it was the same stats, like 1,500 people cheated, that's almost 1 in 4. That's more. That's like between 1 in 4 and 1 in 3 people. That's a lot of people to be cheating, which is why Game Freak probably doesn't want this happening. So we can look at that. And also, another interesting thing about the global link, Sean right here tweeted at me, and this is something interesting because, yeah, the global link does keep track. And remember, you have to game sync. You have to connect to the global link, you have to game sync if you want to enter online. So this might be how they're catching people if they start to enact this. That, you know, they see all these things, Sizzle, remember Bullet Punch, your Medicham Headbutt, you caught this Pokemon, you hatched this Pokemon. All these crazy things are over here, you know. Level 1 Hone Special Attack IV. So it's like, okay, here's training, here's everything about the Pokemon. So maybe they'll go through the global link records and be like, oh, he saved the game, and then a Pokemon appeared. Like, there was no way that he caught this wasn't hatched, this wasn't traded, so maybe they can use this kind of data for some reason that, you know, unless everything's completely linear, then there's problems with the sync, and that's where things happen. Now, one thing I did want to make is I feel a little bad about my last video, because I feel like I scared quite a few people that are more innocent than actual cheaters, that the thing behind my video is I'm not frustrated with anyone that just casually hacks, I guess, in a way, or that they are really innocent about it. Like, some people said, oh man, I got what I think is a hacked Pokemon from Wonder Trade, am I going to get banned for it? No, if you read the article on Cerebi, you know, they clearly said that they're going to have increasing punishments. So the more times you've been caught cheating, the worse it gets. And also, they're probably not going to catch you because Game Freak understands how many cheated Pokemon are going over the Wonder Trade most likely. That if you've used Wonder Trade a couple times, you might actually have a hacked Pokemon, but that doesn't mean anything bad. Unless you take it onto the battle spot, and you like knowingly use this hacked Pokemon on battle spot, or that if you haven't had a power save, that unless you've used a power save on your game, you're completely fine. That unless you actually bring these cheated Pokemon into a place where cheated Pokemon are going to be looked at, then you should be okay, because Game Freak is going to have leeway. They're not going to ban you because some Wonder Trade hacked Pokemon ended up on your game, that you traded with a friend, and you ended up with a hacked Pokemon. No, that's not how this works. That it's just going to be for the people that are repeat cheaters, the people that are mass cheating, that they're trying to catch right there, because that's the real problem. Not the innocent bystanders or the people that have done it once or twice to maybe get a breedable Pokemon or something. While it still is questionable, it's not going to be something super hardcore offensive. You're not going to get banned, or you're not going to gain punishment for doing that, most likely. So, no, just understand that you know which one, like, you know who you are if you're like overwhelmingly cheating for competitive advantage, and you know who you are if you're just kind of doing it casually or you're caught in the crossfire. They're not going to be trying to hard target those people, but they are going after power saves, which is, I think, the thing to look at. So don't use power saves anywhere near battle spot, or actually, unless like they're trying to target people that aren't even going on battle spot. That's where things might get interesting. But overall, you know, you bought a cheating device. That's the risk that comes with it. It's third-party software. The game developer is not responsible in any way the second a third-party software touches your game, your console, your anything. That's why this is such a thing. So, hope you guys enjoy this video. I think that it's interesting. I think I might have caught on to what Game Freak is up to. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you all have a nice day. Really crazy stuff going on right now.